Okay, where are we? What we're doing? Well, we're having a look at an experimental, but this is a hardcore server rather than a regular server. So my character is starting again from the beginning. Obviously, hardcore differences between hardcore and regular is that you get it's a different hive, so you get a different character. So we're going to have a little look at the beginning playthrough. Server is reasonably busy, and yeah, let's see what we can find. How much trouble can we get into as a Bambi on the beach? Yeah, quite a lot of trouble by the look of it. Should I just go inland? Ugh. Oh, bloody lightning! No cloud directly above me and it's raining. Lovely. Let's keep away from this guy. Yeah, we're out of sight. Normal things apply. We need water. We need food. I'm sort of guessing the areas closest to the spawns are going to be well and truly looted. I know there's several water sources in Berezino, and Berezino is, you know, within reach. And yeah, these doors look open. So this has probably been well and truly looted. Door closed over there. Let's see what we can find. Well, we've got a couple of items. We have a pipe wrench and we have a screwdriver. Let's dump these. Screwdriver is important because it'll open a tin. Pipe wrench because, hey, we can thump something around the back of the head with it. Not great. Now, these buildings don't often have anything in. Oops, missed that door completely. Still waiting for those to work. Performance is very nice on this server considering how busy it is. Yeah, very nice performance on the server. Apparently, for the people who run NVIDIA cards, I've got AMD, but those who... Ooh, trousers! Those who run NVIDIA cards, there's some new drivers out that you apparently get notably good performance, or notably better performance. Oh, drink. Drink's kind of important, because obviously it sorts out your thirst, but it also contains energy. And that's a t-shirt, I think, which we're going to have for rags. In case we get bashed. This area hasn't been looted that heavily. Either that or people are just less or more demanding, should we say. Oh, come on, step over, thank you. But it is really nice having good performance. The difference to gameplay is very good. So yes, if you've got an NVIDIA graphics card, there are some new drivers that apparently make life worth living. Is that enterable? I think so. Oh dear, nothing in here. Oh, a battery. I just dumped a battery. It's a while before a battery will become important. Burlap sack. Now, if I find some sticks, is it? You know, I've never crafted that silly little backpack. You know, the sticks and burlap sack backpack. It might be worth having a go at doing that. Shit, I think. Yes, we are going to have some fun. Let's get some distance. Pull out this weapon. Come on, pull it out. Is this going to be any good? Yes, is the answer to that. Okay, we can defend ourselves. Not well. You know, took a couple of whacks, but it did the job, didn't it? These buildings are often a little disappointing. But, hey, you got to look. At least for a few seconds you're no longer getting wet. These little sheds are normally quite good. He says in hope. You see, there's a sickle. Sometimes it's worth doing the outskirts of these villages rather than going right into the centre. Zombie over there. Let's try to avoid her. Detail sort of increases in the centre. You start getting hedges and fences and things that restrict your movement. I suppose I better go into the pub. The pub's normally pretty good, but at the moment I'm more interested in a light industrial. Right, doesn't appear to be anything in this machine shed. Let's go back to the pub. Look at over there. There's a bit of industrial over there we'll go and have a look at. Ooh, a shed. Got to nip into the sheds. Very often you've got to crouch to get into these ones. And we have a pitchfork. Now I think... Now the pitchfork wasn't terribly good as a weapon. So I think I'll keep with my heavy club for the time being. And ooh, machete. Now I'm not sure how good a machete is. I'm starting to run out of space, and I do want to try and find some sticks and things for the to attempt to make the bag. Ooh, little bit of teleporting. Still got some teleporting as an issue within experiment. Yeah, a fair bit of teleporting within experimental. Is someone just joining or leaving the server? Dear. Oh no, I don't want to get into a teleport loop. It's like bloody Groundhog Day. Come on. Teleport loop. I've had these before. The only way to solve the problem was to find a different server. That would be disappointing because, mind you, different server might not be raining, but finding a different server. Yeah, this is a teleport loop. Let's find a different server. Yeah. Waiting. Different server. Although, interesting person in the server list. Oh, session lost. Bugger. Because Dean was in this server. Out of pure whatevers. Right. Version. Da-dum. Ah, it just went down. That server just went down. And it's this one just coming up, I think. Let's do a refresh. This seems to happen a fair bit. It doesn't refresh. You've got to come out, wait a few seconds. Come on. Wait for that. Back to change server. And nothing. Come on. Let's get rid of this filter. Why have I got filters on? Catch up with you in a second, guys. And we're back. Let's hope I can move around. Who's on this server? Anyone interesting? Not that I know. I don't know anyone on this server. Might do. Who knows? It's still sodding raining. Oh, let's go back and do this. Oh, well, now getting red disconnect. Grr. Nothing in here. Sometimes it's worth going over to those boxes and just hitting the tab button. Ooh, you'd be useful for later, but not now. I've also apparently lost my one of my items that I had. I was in the right place, but I had lost. I've now, for some reason, I've lost the burlap sack. Well, that's annoying. It's a grey horrid day. Somewhat annoying to have lost my burlap sack. I was going to attempt to make a craft myself a bag with it if I'd found the rest of the items. Reasonable server performance, which is nice. Feels nice and fluid anyway. Ooh, a hat. Although I think possibly the game has reset a little because configure controls, mouse sensitivity. Let's turn it down a little bit. Ooh. Don't know what that was. It's a little better, little less floaty. Oh. Now, I can't pick up, I haven't got room for the whole thing, but I probably have room. But then the bandages, oh, this, that or something else. Not having sufficient pockets is currently a pain. And there's a bandage, don't need another bandage. You see, you use the bandages in the crafting to make things sometimes. Or the rags, should I say? Maybe rags. I don't know. Are rags and bandages completely interchangeable? I think they might be. Ooh. See if I can find myself some apples. You have not found a thing. You have found a thing. No, you've not found a thing. Ugh. Normal looting, I guess. All the things, you've got to find all the things. Like a nice check shirt. Bomb. Oh, they were in my pockets anyway. So I got myself a nice check shirt, which is a cool beans, good stuff. Don't need a book yet. A blue bandana. That's a little suspect, isn't it? Ooh. Can I drink, which we shall have. Pretty much drink as much fizzy drinks as you can because of the I've been through that. The advantage of the fact that it contains energy. So yeah, got to keep on drinking the fizzy drinks. even without having a thing to eat, it's possible to get your energized status up. What are you? Respirator. Don't see the point in respirators. I'm sure they have some massive magical power within the gameplay, but I have not found it yet. I think they will. There was talk of areas being contaminated when we were in the alpha, playing with the devs, the pre-alpha, sorry. There was talk of contamination. That places with a great deal of death and will be, so things like respirators will become important, because they will help protect you from the, you know, the dreaded lurgy. There are a few death pits around in the game, aren't there? You know, have you seen the death pits? The piles of medical waste by hospitals. These are things you probably... See, I've got hydrated status. That'll save me from being bashed in the head with a... But it is a very, very silly hat. I'm sorry, no. Sartorial elegance or whatever. I'm so unfamiliar with the game running this smoothly that my mouse is like dancing around. So yeah, there's a possibility that at some point in the future respirators will become important. Hey, thank you. But right now, no, respirators are not important. Hammer. I used to like the hammer. When I first started playing, it was one of the first melee weapons I ever used. I discovered this great technique. You got a zombie following you, you just go through a door, hold the hammer up, and bop them in the head as they came through the door, because they would line up nicely. I think it's time to run off. It is time. We'll have a look at that one on the way out. But it's time to head inland. Time to head into Berezino and loot all the things. Got to loot all the things, haven't we? God, the size of that orchard over there. It would take you a month of Sundays to search for all of those apple trees. Anything in here? Nope. Notice I often just hit the tab button rather than just randomly, oh, silly hat time. Don't care if it's ruined. Gotta have a silly hat. Yes, I'll often hit the tab button rather than looking in... just in case. Because sometimes things are under the floor. And that can have a... Just by hitting the tab button like that, you can quickly discover whether or not something's there. Still not seen any animals out in the fields. I've been playing Experimental now for, well, since Experimental was first released, this particular one, and I've not seen an animal out in the wilds. Not even once. I've not seen a helicopter crash either, for that matter. I missed a feature that was pointed out to me by one of the viewers of the channel, that up in Novo, if you head east, there's loot flying up in the air as if there was a building missing. So if we end up in Novo, which we might end up in Novo, might very well end up in Novo, mightn't we? The direction we're going. Yeah, there's this loot apparently flying in the air as if they've missed the building. They've got the loot spots for the building, but the building's not there. So, yeah, could be fun. I'll catch up with you in a second. Right, managed to make it up to the construction site. Let's see if there's anything here. Now, you always used to get one or two items spawning on this thing. Don't know if you still do. Yes, one or two items. What are you? Oh no, you're not an item. Nope, nothing here. Alright, let's do the ground floor. Can of Coke. We don't have enough pockets to carry food, and you might as well drink it. It's better off in your tummy than it is in your pocket. I know I dislike the 2-2 round, but let's hold on to it. At least sunglasses, not my favourites. Pick up all the things. Really got to look in corners and pockets. Never did get a chance to play with that. I don't have enough pockets to pick up things like that. Pretty much at the moment, if you can't eat, if you can't eat it when you're this early on in the game, if you can't eat it, you shouldn't really bother picking it up. But I don't know. I pick up the occasional item that has no purpose other than curiosity's sake. I'm great at giving out advice. I'm not terribly good at taking it, is the answer to that one. Did I do that end? Oh, I can't remember. Right. Quick check at the back here. Nothing here. That lot to do in a minute. Another pitchfork. Rotten. This searching, you can really become quite compulsive after a while. Oop, there goes the phone. Right, that's that little area checked, I think. Quick check and scan around. Always used to be, back in the mod, always used to be one of my favourite towns was Berezino. It was such a long way from the spawns, because all the spawns are on the south coast. It was... Although the gameplay map is much larger now, going north, and Berezino is basically only halfway up the map, at the time, because there's very little to the north of here that you would want to go and have a look at. Right, let's go up this one. Berezino it felt like being up in the north. We always said we were up in the northeast when we were in Berezino, and of course now, yeah, there's so much further, so much more of the map to the north that way. Because pretty much in the days of the mod, the only thing north of here that you would want to go and have a look at occasionally was the airfield. But the airfield didn't have much. They've added... What have they added to the airfield? They've added a couple of things to the airfield, or at least one of the prisons has been added to the airfield. It wasn't there before. Gosh, this smooth player movement is rather nice. Hang on, lost my bearings. Come out of the wrong corner, didn't I? So, yeah, there was very little reason to come much further north than this, or within a few kilometres of here. So you didn't bother coming much further north than this. Very long way from the spawn points. So yeah, this is about as far as you would come north in the days of the mod. Ooh, a hat in better condition than the one I've got, maybe? What's damaged? Damaged? No difference then. Ain't eating rotten stuff. What have we got? Beaten up hat. Anything on the floor? Nope. Ooh, what are you? Woolly hat. Bayonet. Bayonets aren't terribly useful, I don't think. Nice place to hide up there, by the way. Ah, crash helmet. Crash helmet. I'll stay to you in. Badly damaged. I'll not bother with the badly damaged crash helmet. Haven't seen many zombies, which is normally the sign for a load of horde of zombies to come at me. So, let's have another little look. Where am I going? Is that another pub? It is, isn't it? Have a look at those barns in a minute. Barns are normally pretty good. Oh, quick look in this shed. Got to find all the things. Yeah, it's another pub, look. But, yeah, this fast player movement is fun. Painkillers. And a banana. You don't seem to need the painkillers as you did in the mod. The mod made quite a great deal of use of the painkiller mechanism, where you would, if you were badly shocked, you would sort of shake, and to get rid of the shake, you'd have to take painkillers. That was quite a good system. Let's hopefully we can find some decent things. Better. That doesn't have as many pockets as the one I've got. I see a backpack and I see a shotgun. Well, it's a little kiddie backpack, but right now it'll do. I think in these early stages, you can actually look quite comical. You know, I've got a Stetson and a child's backpack. Ah. Okay, what condition's my shotgun in? Oh, it's in pristine condition, so that solved that problem. Is that pristine kiwi? Oh, it's strange. It's damaged, but you can eat it because it's not rotten. Athletic shoes. Pair of jeans. Hiking boots. They don't look to be... And you see, looking at that, I cannot see that other item. Now, I'm not suggesting you run around with the tab button, but you get into the habit of just flicking the tab button quickly when you're in an area, because very often you can't see things because, you know, mistakes happen. Ah, hello shop. Ta-da. See, there's a method in my madness somewhere along the line. Haven't got any shells for it, but also it doesn't look like I'm armed. Yeah? So that actually has some advantages. Right, let's do these. See what we've got in here. Haven't seen any other players. I'll be brutally honest, I've not been looking either, but, you know, there are quite a few people on this server. Not loads and loads of people, but a few. I could go all Gordon Freeman, couldn't I? Some shotgun shells for my shotgun would be nice. Padded jacket. That's 3 pockets, I think. Yes, it is. And that's why you look in here. Gotta have your peaches. I shouldn't have been looking at a wall when I did that. So, where to go? Let's go up into the main body of the town. Do some proper looting. Quite a few interesting items in, or you know, good places to loot up here. Got the hospital. I've spent a lot of time in this area on this map. Wait. Let me out, thank you. I much prefer playing hardcore than regular, but there are times when you do miss the ability to like get that big overview. It also makes dealing with zombies a lot harder. I'm sort of hoping before they introduce the weather making you feel bad side of things, I hope they get the protection level of clothing sorted out. So if you're wearing a raincoat, you can handle the cold better, or you can handle the rain better. And if you're wearing a big heavy padded coat like this, you shouldn't get cold. If you're just wearing a thin coat, then getting cold and wet is an issue, but I'm wearing a nice big duck down padded puffer jacket, getting cold and wet shouldn't, hey, got first energized status, shouldn't be that much of an issue if you're wearing the right clothing. It's like when you stand in water, your feet shouldn't get wet if you're wearing Wellingtons. Not too much to ask, is it? Don't think so. Watch out for your screwdriver. It's now down to ruin status. I'm not sure whether or not that'll open another tin. We'll find out in a minute. It might be penalising me by wasting more of it when I open. I'm not sure what the penalty is. Will that open another tin? Because it drops state one state every time it's used. Right. Let's get into town, let's start looting. I am very surprised that this hasn't been completely looted out. The other thing... Oh, great. The other thing, of course, is... player losing connection, is changing your clothes should dry you out. If you're cold and wet, you change your you find nice dry clothes. Okay, here goes. Let's get out here into the open. Where are you? Are you trapped in the building? Sod you there. I think he's trapped in the building. Sometimes if you're upstairs they get a little confused. He's in full attack mode. But because you were in a building, that's a slightly better hat. I'll keep my my pipe wrench out, but also by the same token I will... Yay, this is my old haunt. Back in the days of the mod, I used to put a tent here. It used to be a great place because you have water. I was going to do it's going to do the animation. Sometimes it does this, sometimes it doesn't. I think that's rather cool. Can't really show you from the side, but that's the drinking water animation. I've got my... I've got that thing to eat. Hang on. I've got to eat my pepper. Right, let's see what we can find. I prefer that coat. It's got more pockets. Also... I think it looks nicer. That city hat is a very city hat. Having you, I'm much more likely to find a Mosin than I am anything else. Another can of drink. Wait. Sometimes you find things here. Can't hear that zombie anymore. I love the different sounds you get as you go over different surfaces. Shovel's a fairly good weapon. Let's see what we can find. God, can you imagine having a living room this shape? This is an appalling flat. There's no bed. There's no bedroom. Would you want to live in this? Come on. No bedroom. Always take a time to look out of a window. Let's go and have a look at the pub, see if the pub's got anything for us. Haha, thank you. You'll do. You will do. Nicely. Occasionally I'll go back and review one of my old recordings back in the mod. And obviously there were very few buildings you could enter. This was one. But because there were fewer buildings to enter, each of the buildings had a lot more loot. And you look at the sparseness of loot now and compare it, actually, I'll take that, and compare it to the availability of loot back in the mod. You travel further distances. You would travel to an entire town just because it had a supermarket. You would go halfway across the map to find that to come to a town that you knew had one of these pubs and a supermarket, because that made that town worth coming to. Let's sit on the dunny and eat our prizes. We've got hydrated up to bright green, energized still only dark green, but at least it's there. Let's start putting things in here. Will that fit? Yes, it does. That's good. Will anything else fit in there? Oh, hang on. If I do that... This is damaged. This is ruined. I want to test to see whether or not a ruined screwdriver will open a can. Because I think that's a useful thing to find out. That's a better hat. Look less like a muppet then. Right, now we can test. We have a can of beans and a ruined screwdriver. Will a ruined screwdriver open a can of beans? Yes. So why? Oh, I don't know. You see, what happens is that every time you use the screwdriver in an inappropriate fashion, in other words, opening a can of beans with it, it drops a health state. So it'll go from pristine to worn, worn to damaged, damaged to badly damaged, badly damaged to ruined. But it gets down to ruined and still works. Not sure about that. Not sure why that mechanic is there. If they're not going to make a deal of it. What type of berry tree are you? I think you're a red berry tree. I'm trying to remember the difference. You can eat red berries, you can't eat blueberries unless you cook them. And you have not found a thing. Quick check. I don't think you get loot in those. Used to. Right. Sewing kit. What's the state of the clothing I've got? Pristine. pristine, solves that problem. So in kit is of little or no use. Pick up the ACP rounds. Still not found any shotgun shells. But yes, I was saying about how much stuff used to be in this supermarket compared to how much you get into them now. And they're still worth coming to, but they're not the prized spawn points they once were. What condition are you in? I'm not sure about compasses that are damaged. I'm really not sure. I'm not sure whether or not they function correctly. Nice little place to hang out. You know, you can watch that. You can watch the back of the hospital. There will come a time, because this is one of the very few hospitals actually on the map. This is back in the mod. That was the only hospital not on the south coast. You had hospitals at Electro and. There was one at Electro and... No, was there a hospital? Yes, there's one hospital in Electro and 2 hospitals in Cherno, and then there was this one, which is why you would come all the way up here. And, of course, now we don't have the problem of attempting to get into the hospitals because the windows are already smashed. No, I'm playing solo, don't need those. Where? Isn't there a door over? Yes, there is a door. Idiot. I think I've just attracted the attention of a zombie. Always come back here. But zombies don't do stairs terribly well, so we shall not. Again, I don't know if antibiotics do anything yet. IV starter kit, don't need that. I'm playing solo. You can't give yourself a blood bag, so... One of the things that Gatto and I do when we're playing together is when we're well kitted, is we'll get blood bags, and he will take blood from me, and I will take blood from him, and then we swap the blood bags over. So that way you don't have to worry about playing blood bag roulette with blood types, because you know that the blood group's correct because it's your own blood, and you do it at a time when you're feeling safe and secure, and you can then in a time of danger, oops, wrong one, well, not danger, a time of need, you're carrying your own blood which somebody else can give to you. You just put it on the floor, and I was assuming you've got the IV kit and everything with it. You just drop it on the floor, and I think, yes, I've already got one of those. You can make use of it. So if you're working in teams and you can't get your head around this whole blood group thing, which, to be honest, I would need to Google to figure out. I'll pick them up anyway. In case I collect all the things, I don't think they do anything yet, but. But yeah, we found that to be a reasonable tactic. So I think we shall head generally north-ish. You see the red spots on it? And it's not overly sticky. Yes, I did use the word sticky, and you've not found anything. That is a blueberry bush. Okay. You can see the sticks or the branches. It's lighter and doesn't have the red dots. So, red currant, blue currant. Red currant's fine, blue currant will kill you. Well, doesn't kill you actually. I made the mistake of eating some blueberries. Now I was very, very energized, very, very healthy. I was very well equipped, and for an hour I was quite unwell. Oh bugger, here we go. Get some distance. Oh, of course I don't have. Up. Let us stop running. Oh god, I've got loads. I've got myself a little zombie trio going here. And oh, I managed to get him a good one. One clout. Wait. Oh no, I just knocked him down. I think, yeah. I think she's dead. No, she's got up. I've got to go for the head. Oh, that was a nice clonk to the head, wasn't it? This is somewhat spamming. I am basically just holding the which key? The D key, going round and round in circles. I've been slapped. And you just keep doing that until they're all dead. What happened to the bloke? Am I bleeding? No. That's not the most scientific method of doing it, boys, but it does appear to work for me. That is the way I deal with them like that. It is particularly difficult to maintain any kind of accuracy when you're on a hardcore server and you can't get third person. But these weapons now swing from the right to the left, so you've got to hit the D button, so you're going right, and you circle around the zombies. Unless you get it messed up, you should be okay. Amazing, I didn't see a single zombie for like for 20 minutes, and then three, sorry. I suppose the cry from one attracted the others. There we go, there's another one. I've heard it. I heard the cry. I tell you what, if they ever get rid of that cry... Here he is. Let him run in. Someone's commenting that they can hear me button bashing. And that is quite precisely what I'm doing. I'm just maintaining a circle around him and giving him a good thunk. No, he didn't die. Oh god, I've lost him. Don't lose him. Don't lose sight. And he's down again. Not noticed that, the way he bounces. I think he's dead. Sod it. Bastard. Bloody zombies. At least we don't have the suit zombie anymore. My mate Pip used to get really angry with the suit zombie. Zombies in a suit reminded him too much of work and the arseholes he has to deal with at work. Me, I didn't like the priest zombies. They freaked me out. That's a very bright hat. Ooh, didn't see you. Right, let's go have a little munchy poo. Let's see what we got. Drink that. All that running around, bashing the zombies with my pipe wrench. I'm going to need this. I've not done too badly with some unusual items. It's a shame that's ruined, or badly damaged. But yeah, I'm not doing too bad, I don't think. As I say, I don't know if things like the vitamins. Hang on, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to consume all. I hope you're not going to eat all of them, mate. Oh, and there's that still up there. Looks like I've got to go sit. Because I cancelled the animation on the eat all on the sardines, I'm now having to eat them all again. And they're gone. I have no idea whether this is going to do me any good. What I'm trying to find out is whether you eat all of them or just one. I could do with that medical bag now. Or if it's going to have any effect on me. But anyway. I've done that. Did I do all of that? Yes, I did all of that. Madness is definitely setting in. More zombies over there. Or a zombie over there. Here he comes, little bastard. Right, run towards him, turn right, start pulling right. Try and keep it up high. Oh, he got in front of me. I think I got him. It's something you get from. I learnt from playing FPS games. If you know where my pointer is, if you run around with your pointer like this, and you come across someone in a first-person shooter, you'll shoot them in the foot. If you actually have your pointer at head height, you're more likely to make a headshot. Well, much the same here, guys. You're more likely to hit someone in the head if you actually aim for their bloody head. That was a gunshot. Was that a gunshot? I think that was a gunshot. Life's about to become entertaining. I have no weapon to be able to fight back with apart from this, so plead the fact that we're... Yeah, second shot. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Zombie shooting, I think. Sixth shot. Let's get upstairs. Well, they've got a lot of ammunition. Rice. You like rice? Why am I whispering? So, can we see this guy? He's in the supermarket. He's carrying a weapon and has a weapon on his shoulder. And unless he's coming in here, we're good. Oh, bugger. I can't see him, I've lost sight of him. I'm walking rather than running because the steps can be higher. Right, he's looting that building. He's upstairs. And he's a door closer. And is he coming here? He is. Here we go. I'll be friendly. Friendly, friendly, friendly. Do not shoot. Come on.
Sure about that, mate.
Yeah, fresh spawn. I tell you what. Fresh spawn. I've got nothing. I heard you shooting when you were over in the shop. I came and hid here, and then you came in. So, do us a favour. Lower the weapon, yeah?
Anyway,
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't trust you. Do you have any friends on?
No, I don't. Currently recording for YouTube, so I'm just making videos. I will walk
What's your
away.
channel, dude?
Okay.
What's your
It's on Steve Morrish and Pendragon UK. If you search for that one, you should find me. But I will walk
channel? Right, dude.
slowly away.
Okay, no, don't. Do not. Stop, or I will shoot. Come back in.
Why?
Come back in, dude.
Hey, you're not going to hold me up.
Do it. I'm not gonna hold you up. I want to give you a gun.
Okay.
I'm being serious. Okay, just go in the corner, please. I'm gonna close the door, and I don't want you to come out. I'll come out in about a minute.
Ah, and the session gets lost. Oh no. Oh, that could have turned out really interesting. He wanted to give me a gun, and the session goes. Oh, that could have turned out to be this is the whole thing about Dayz and trust. So difficult. Trust is not an easy thing. It does not come easy. You want to be trusting, and now Dayz stopped working. And we're back. Right, in the intervening time, it's been about 5 minutes because my game crashed, then DX Story crashed, and then, yeah. So, we were talking about trust. People want to be trusting. It's in their nature. I want to be trusting. It is so hard to be trusting in this game. And that could have turned out to be quite interesting. He wanted to give me a gun, but he couldn't trust me enough to give me the gun and me be in the same room. So, yeah. Shame. Could have worked out quite interesting, but it didn't, so there you go. Right, what's the situation? Well, the weather's cleared up. Time's changed. This is the same server. But, yeah, that's a little disappointing that we didn't get an opportunity to see how that could have worked out. Very, very difficult to trust, though. So very difficult to trust people in this game. I think trust is in human nature. I think it is. I think people. I have a genuine belief that people are deep down quite nice. I mean, some people are bastards. There's no two ways about it. There's no, some people are arseholes. But I don't think there are many who are complete and utter out-and-out arseholes. I really do think that, on the whole, people would much prefer to be nice. I hope so, anyway. And you end up with the trust being kicked out of you. It's so difficult. So many people treat this game as if it was just team deathmatch, or not even team deathmatch, that it's deathmatch. I managed to give him a warning before he came up. I'm pretty certain that if he had come round that corner and just seen me, he would have just pulled the trigger. And probably rightfully so. Probably rightfully so. But, I called out first. He could have come round. You see, what would have happened if I hadn't said anything and he came round the corner and then shot me? I'd be dead. If I shouted out and he just came running up, guns blazing, I would be dead. Either way, I'm dead. The only way I'm not dead is the possibility, and probably quite a slim possibility, that a guy with a pipe wrench can kill a guy with a semi-automatic rifle. When he has it up and aimed and ready. Isn't happening, is it? I'm not walking away. I'm a bloody stain on the ground. So how that ended, or how I handled that, I think that was very possibly the best situation. Now, if I had an M16 or another automatic weapon, maybe I would have handled that differently. I think once it was obvious that he was coming into the building I was in, he was systematically looting, and he was looting the building I was in. I think what I did was the only thing to do that could have been done in that situation, and pretty much the only honourable thing to do in that situation. Wait, my butt is not that fat. I'm having you. Ooh, map. Southwest. It's only a quarter of the map, but I like having the maps because I can show them to you when I'm describing places. Plus the fact they keep on changing the map. And oh, great! I've got to pick you up just to put you down. I have actually heard people doing this as a method of blocking doorways to offer themselves some type of protection in game. Don't know how well a system it is, if it's viable, but people using objects to block paths to prevent people from being able to move, or at least slow them down. So I am energized, hydrated, stuffed and healthy, and I'm ignoring all of these buildings because this is something I first experienced when playing Dayz mod on the Takistan map. What made the Takistan, many things made the Takistan map different, but one of them was the fact that almost every building was enterable. So you'd come to a village, and that would be it. You would be completely kitted. I'm having you. Now, do I need that and that? Southwest and south. No, I actually only need south. I'm playing silly buggers. What's this on 5? Really miss the fact that they've taken away the military from this area. Used to be good that, I mean, you didn't get that much in the military up here, but yeah, having lost the military there. But then again, I suppose, let's think about it. They took the military away before they put the spawn points up here, so I don't think that's why the military is missing. I don't like that zombie being there. Oh, bollocks. Didn't do that. Didn't handle that terribly well, did I? Oh, it's a different zombie. Now, I'm circling the wrong way. Oh, I've got in front of it. Don't get in front of the zombie. Where is he? There he is. There's also, I think, a bit of desync going on. Where's he go? Oh. Okay. I've completely lost my train of thought now. Yes, they removed the military. You'll do better than that. They removed the military before they put those spawn points. They moved the spawn points. So I don't think it's related. I should now be able to deal with zombies in a reasonably reasonable fashion now. With my splitting axe. Don't need another bandage. Although, you know, they could be used for fire making. Aha! Right, aviators. Oh, I picked them up instead of putting them on. Lost my hydrated status. That's the effect, the negative effect on your hydration from the rice. So I do need to drink. Oh, no. No, we're not going down this route again, are we? Please. I don't want to get into another loop. So we need some water. Oh, axe time. Oi, axe. Thank you. There is a... hang on. Felled her pretty damn easy, didn't I? There is a water source near the flats. I should be able to fill my canteen. And we're still looking. We are still looking for things. All the things. Worth looking through windows? Baked beans. Got to pick up the baked beans. PU scope, and it looks to be in nice condition as well. How much space have I got in here? None. Ah, I don't need that. Right, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Don't need that, I'll keep that. So, you can go in, you can go in. Can you put non... no, you can't. You can only put medical stuff in medical containers. That sort of makes sense to me. Let's put... that's a compass, idiot. Put that in there. Yeah, I think I can put that in there as well, because I probably won't need it in a hurry. That works. Nice little stack of things that I've left for somebody else to find. Now that's the way I came from. Let's go this way. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we'll go this way. At least we're not getting too many of these rubber banding sessions. The rubber banding you get when... actually, there's a thingy over here. Sorry, the rubber banding where you just get into a complete constant loop, that I find I'll just leave the server for that. I'm going to go along to the office block. I know some people refer to it as the school, but why would you have a school in a industrial area? It's an office block. Rooms are too small to be a school. Because sometimes you find some military gear in there, or you find some ammunition, or some weapons at least. Weapons grade kit. Sort of surprised I haven't found any shotgun shells. You would think things like shotguns, because, hey, civilian, would be relatively commonplace. I don't know. This, I suppose, I'm applying the rules of where I live to here, and that's not right. In England, you would almost never come across any military weaponry unless you went unless you went to a military base. Then you'd find military gear, and you wouldn't find even a way of hunting weapons and rifles. Oh shit! Where'd he go? He's done. He's gone. Yeah, so here in the UK, you would find shotguns. Okie dokie then. You would find shotguns. You would find possibly find target pistols, but that would be very rare. Yeah, pretty much the only firearms you could come across would be shotguns, and possibly hunting rifles, but they're not everywhere. Yeah, you wouldn't find hunting rifles everywhere, because the type of hunting one does with a rifle, legally, in the UK, would be deer. And because basically firearms are incredibly tightly governed here in the UK. I mean, I live in a city of Portsmouth. Don't know how big it is in comparison to an American city, but it's a fairly small city, but it's still a city. And I think there's one gun shop. Getting a gun license is actually quite difficult, even a shotgun license. Unless you got to be like a member of a clay pigeon shooting club, or a member of, or work on a farm. If you're a farm worker or a farmer, getting hold of a shotgun license is relatively easy. If you are a member of a clay pigeon shooting, which is skeet shooting, I think in America, club, you can get hold of a shotgun license. But handguns, definitely no. Ordinary rifles, no. You just can't get hold of them. Farmers, possibly. You know, if you're a gamekeeper, you might get a weapon. But an AR, no, definitely not. So if this was based in England, we'd all be running around with shotguns unless you got to a military base, and then it'd be SA-80s. And what? You are having a giraffe. Where the hell did you come from? Bitch. So yes, if this was based in England, there's another zombie all the way from over there. Seriously? Ooh, that was a gun. Well, bugger all I can do about a man with a gun. Different sound to the other weapons I've heard. Possibly that's the 2-2. But if you can hear the 2-2, he's probably pretty close. Why am I getting spanglies in the trees? Not the time to find out, but I think my graphics settings have changed. Let's get out of Dodge. Let's just get out of here. We'll head north. Well, north-ish. Away from the person with the gun, anyway. Ooh. Let's go up here. Notice your colour sort of greys out a little bit if you run that fast for too long. I don't know if it affects your health. Your health still says you're healthy, you know. It's just your colour saturation goes a little bit. Ooh, pristine wellies. Do-do. Milk powder's pretty good. High energy. Negative liquid as far as I know. As far as I remember. You'll do. You'll do nicely. Now that's the only water container I've got, isn't it? Which is a shame. Right, now it's not doing the animation. Back to stuffed, but I've got my hydrated status back, which is good. Sometimes it seems to do the animation, sometimes it doesn't. And I don't know why. I don't know why there is a difference. Yeah, don't know why there's a difference in the why you get the animation sometimes and why you don't. Maybe it's certain certain of the wells. There was a time during the pre-alpha when only certain wells would give you water, and other wells didn't. And I can't remember which way round it was, but one of it was down to the fact that they were new and or they were old. I can't remember which way round they were now. Never find much in larders. But energized, hydrated and healthy. And we've got a canteen full of water. And I've got a little bit of food. Life's good. Ooh. This has the look that it's going to be a pond at some point, possibly. There's a zombie over there. Should we deal with him? Yep, that's dealt with him. Would be nice if there was some kind of tally of zombies killed, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Maybe there's going to be a site one day. I was talking to Brian about that some time ago. There is obviously a database which records everything. That's the Hive. There is a possibility that at some point, way down the line, obviously not anytime soon, there will be a way of making inquiry against that Hive for information about player stats. So that hopefully will be a thing. That one day we'll be able to go to a website and see how far we've run and how many zombies we've killed and how many people we've killed and all that type of stuff. I don't know why I like the military, civilian, sod it, civilian. Hopefully it means I'm less likely to get shot in the face. So yeah, one day there will be a stats website. We'll be able to look up our stats, which sounds good to me. Up into the post office. Another shotgun. SKS. Thank you. Don't have any ammunition for it. But it's a start. Be mindful, I'm starting to run out of space. I don't actually need food yet. The annoying thing is, of course, is I'm missing buildings, and what I need might be in one of these buildings. Sodding zombie is not one of the things I was missing. Where are you? Oi, don't you dare. I'm turning this way. And you're getting a tap on the back of the head. Quick check, make sure I'm not bleeding. Right, as I was saying, let's go back in here. A shotgun. Shotgun shells. Ooh, speed loader at that. So... That'll do. That'll do nicely. Right. Put that away. I got 2 shots. Let's have a little drink. Let's use some of this up. You're okay carrying on eating and drinking whilst the stuff's in this state. When that goes brown, then you've got to stop, otherwise you'll barf. Problem with that is that really does, it loses a lot of energy, a lot of hydrated sentence, the whole contents of your stomach go, and it basically puts you in a very bad way. Vomiting is something one should try to avoid, both in the game and in real life. Someone ever started selling this Rasputin? I think I would have to buy some. I did make the mistake some time ago when I was in the a supermarket with the wife, and there was some beans. Was it sausage and baked beans with sausages? I made the mistake of buying them, thinking, just like the game, that's great, can't pass it. God, they were foul. Another shotgun. Don't remember ever seeing a shotgun in a car before. But there you go. A gas mask. That's an unusual thing to find in a civilian property. Crash helmet. Ooh, greenhouse. Greenhouses are normally fairly good for loot, he says, having not found very much. Mind you, tin of food, couple of shirts, dodgy banana. I've got a nice big window to look out of. Right. Time to leave Dodge, I think. Or we can head off on our travels. Catch up with you in a sec. Okay, because the servers are running that much better, I can afford to actually turn my graphic settings up a little bit. Did notice, I'm not sure what happened, but things got a little reset this morning. I first started playing, and I was playing instead of playing under the name that you know you can change your name in the bottom left hand side of the screen. Sorry, bottom right hand side of the screen when you first start the game up. And when you first start, it defaults to the name that your computer is called, or your login is. And mine had reverted, and a few of my settings had reverted as well. So I have no idea what YouTube will make, because YouTube rips the guts out of every video you upload. When I review what I have recorded, the quality is as good as it is when I'm playing. I'm using DX Story, it's working quite well for me. Doesn't give me the performance hit that's quite as bad as a performance hit under Fraps. The main advantage to me of DX Story is the file sizes are about half the size that they were under Fraps. Under Fraps, 200 gig file from an hour's recording, not unusual. And under DX Story, I'm looking at about 130 gig of file size. And yes, I do record at a very high frame rate, or very high bit rate. So when I render, I render at a pretty high level. There's a very slight degradation to the performance, but not great, not greatly done. And that is actually using a plugin to Sony Vegas that is deliberately set up for rendering for YouTube. And I end up with a file. One of these hour-long videos will end up being around 7-8 gig in size. I upload that to YouTube. Fortunately, I have a reasonably fast internet connection, and yeah, so I go from about 100 to 130 gig down to about 7 or 8 gig. But the visual quality is pretty damn good. And then YouTube gets hold of it. I don't know what YouTube does. I would love to know how small a file YouTube gets it down to, because I can't believe they don't. They do not hold the file quality that you upload. Obviously, I play in 1080p, I record in 1080p, I upload in 1080p. So, have a good old look around. Doors are closed, which is a good sign. Mind you, people close doors, don't they? That bloke who was going to offered me a rifle and didn't kill me. Yay! I'm sorry, it does a small victory every time someone has an opportunity to kill you and doesn't. I think that's bloody marvellous when that happens. And thank you, sir, for not shooting me, even if you were incredibly suspicious. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, the quality. I would love to see how small a file that YouTube ends up with when you guys get to watch it, or I review it once it's been uploaded to YouTube. Because a stationary scene doesn't look too bad. If I do this, woo, it all goes blocky. All the grass will go pixelated and blocky. So me having the game set to a high setting is more for my own pleasure than for yours, I'm afraid. I just heard a zombie, but I think that was a random zombie noise rather than a zombie. Zombie. Where's the gap in the bloody fence? There it is. I just heard seagulls and a realisation that's the doors are open. Bugger. That's real life, not in the game. There are no seagulls in this game. God. Should be. Shouldn't they, really? Oh, I suppose I shall not be trusting. Chances of me finding anything nice. Slim to none. Chances of me finding trouble? Quite high, I would imagine. Now I keep on seeing clips on, or images on was it, Reddit, where people appear to be glitching through walls in this building. I'm not sure quite how and what they're doing. Whether it's a real glitch or whether they are, in other words, they are actually in the other room. They appear to be like in that room there, which doesn't look right to me. I don't know how they do it. I don't want to know how. Do they just lean? No, I don't know. But they appear to be in that room. And using it as a way of ooh, more bullets. Oh, it's 2-2 rounds. Why did I pick up 2-2 rounds? They're useless. Can I hear someone loading and unloading a weapon? Right, let's sit here for a second. Right, 2-2 rounds. Why do I want 2-2 rounds? There's an M9. There they are, 2-2 rounds. Let's dump those. In fact, if I remember rightly, let's dump those. And, right, 9. So you can go in there. Got a reasonable selection. I don't think I need those and those. 9mm pistols, relatively rare if I remember rightly. So 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of ammunition, a PU scoop. I have my SKS with no ammunition for it. Gosh, I hope I haven't just dropped the right ammunition on the floor. That would be very, very annoying. Unfortunately, I have a habit of messing up the ammunition I'm carrying. No, that's not 9mm. Yeah. I get a little bit blasé when I start clearing out on ammo. Look how low that bandwidth is. I have a theory, still unproven, that bandwidth can give you an indication of whether or not there is another player around. Think about it. Server has to tell you what's happening, or you and the server, as in your client and the server, talk to each other pretty continuously, don't they? And that's in the network bubble, so everything in a 2-kilometre bubble, or 1-kilometre radius of your position, is, hello, you'll do nicely. Oi, let me pick you up. That's why. What is wrong with you, Mr. Magnum? That I don't understand. Why is that? Ugh, idiot, Stephen. Remember how it actually works, eh? Would help, wouldn't it? Now, let's make it a little less obvious. Now, of all the bullets that I've picked up, none is for the Magnum, is it? ACP doesn't fit. Oh, bother. I've got 2 weapons that I don't actually have ammo for now. Yeah, sewing kit. Funny hat. 2-2 plunker, and I do have an ammunition and a thingy for it because it's. I put it back there, but you know, I'm not using a bloody 2-2. I'm sorry, but I'm not. Decent backpack. Not on this server. Oh, do I really have to go to a 2-2? No. I would prefer to be unarmed than use a 2-2. There are people screaming now. As I said, I would prefer to go unarmed than use a fucking 2-2. I think I just answered my own question. Right, the reason why I was doing that in this area is because this piece of terrain is domed and can hide items underneath it. Yeah. So we've now got an SKS that actually works, which is good. I like the revolver as a weapon in game. Good bit is that it's you don't need a magazine, so that's cool. Bad, of course, is that you don't need it is loud. Oh God, no! I do not want that to start happening now. Whew. Sorry, that scares the willies out of me every time that happens. That we get an elastic banding and there's height involved. Elastic banding is annoying, but it's not game breaker. Not really bad. Not like some things like breaking your legs because, I don't know, some random shit happens. But when there's height involved to elastic banding, yeah, I have fallen to my death a number of times. Okay, that's the second time. It happens a third time. Maybe I should go somewhere different, because that's what I did last time, didn't I? Actually, instead of going to exactly the same route, let's go somewhere different. Let's go this way around. I want to check out down there. That's the third time, isn't it, eh? Okay, next time. If it happens again, I'm gonna wrap it up. I don't want to despawn here, though. Really do not want to despawn in this location. Close to it. Right, have we got a little further this time? Got a little further. Fingers crossed, eh? Right. Touch wood. I've got a wooden desk. Touch my forehead as well. We will not get any more of the rubber banding. Especially rubber banding that involves height, because that just pisses me off. Don't need any more 9mm rounds. To be honest, I never need much ammunition on the ground, so I don't shoot much. When I've got the, you know, the M4, and I've got loads of ammo, like 3 or 4, or, you know, 2 boxes of ammunition, which my hardcore character has right now on a regular server. If I went back to a if I went back to a hardcore server in non-experimental, I'd have an M4 with 2 lots of 60-round things and 2 green ammo boxes full of ammunition. Hey, I fire lots then, shooting zombies. This has been well cleared, hasn't it? Buggers. PCP. No, I'm going to stick with my revolver. Or should I? Oh, I've got the room. I've got the room. Just noticed my hydrated status has dropped. Oh, and by the way, people who wonder why I obsess about keeping hydration and energized in that bright green state. If you become injured for some reason, zombie tap or something, you are much more likely to survive it if you're in those high status, and also you heal much more quickly. I don't want to go up in a building when I've got this going on. No, I don't want to go up in a building when I've got this going on. Can I get round to the back of this building, sit for a couple of minutes, and then despawn? Because this is chuffing ridiculous. Sod it. Back in a second. Well, that sort of solves that problem, doesn't it? Every single server is completely full on experimental, both regular and hardcore. Strange, there seems to be fewer hardcore now than there were. Let's see if it'll refresh. So, also, I reviewed how much I have recorded. I've recorded rather a lot. So, I think it's time to end. This is going to crash now, isn't it? Are you going to crash? Don't crash. Don't crash. Yay, didn't crash. We've been playing today on experimental hardcore, which has meant I've had to start again on the beach as a Bambi. Got up to a decent level, met someone who didn't kill me, who was going to give me a gun, but the server restarted, so that ended that one. So we've had an eventful day, and I've enjoyed myself. I hope you have as well. Thank you for watching the video. Thanks for getting it all the way to the end, because I don't even know how many people who watch my videos. Very few actually get all the way to the bloody end. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you lovely ladies and gentlemen later. Bye-bye.